dishwasher is on in the background, but I am just about to make my morning coffee, and today I just feel really tired, so I'm ready for a bit of a caffeine kick. We have been getting this brown sugar oat shaken espresso from Starbucks. It is so delicious. I asked AI on Google how they make it, and it's actually really easy. So all I need is a drizzle of oat milk, 1 sachet of brown sugar, that's my sweetener. I am kind of weak when it comes to caffeine. Like, I get really anxious if I drink too much. So if I want a strong tasting one, or if I'm in the mood for a second one, I will add some decaf, or I'll have like 1 normal coffee and then my second will be a decaf. But I'm having a full whack today, and the Starbucks coffee puts in 4 shots. Couldn't. So I'm going to do 2 shots of normal coffee and then 2 shots of decaf, just so it gives it that like really nice strong taste. Who doesn't love a fun drink? Light a candle and just chill. I'm having a kind of slow morning. It's raining, so why not? It says always put your sweetener in first. So if you're ever having like maple or honey, any form of sweetener, the key is you want to put it in with the hot part of the drink, because it'll dissolve it, whereas if you put it in when it's cold, it'll just clump and taste like shit. So normal coffee in. Cinnamon is the next. 2 shots of decaf. Okay. Do not skimp on the ice. You need a lot to rapidly chill the hot espresso and create the necessary air bubbles, which is apparently part of the drink. So I'm gonna get some ice. Whoa, can you see how it's like expanding? There is shit everywhere. It says pour your oat milk and watch it cascade down through. I'd like a little bit more. Wow, that's strong, delicious, but like very strong. I'd say we only needed 2 shots and maybe like an extra shot of the decaf for taste. Not too milky, nice strong taste of coffee, a little bit of sweetness but not too much. That is gonna wake me up. I am just getting ready for the day, and I wanted to have a chat, a vulnerable chat, to share with you what I'm experiencing and just what's unfolding in my life, because as I said in the other videos, I want this channel to be a space that we talk about like actual real life stuff and the realities and things that are kind of happening for us as we grow older. And the first 5 years of my 30s, I have been on the biggest journey of self-discovery and completely changing the direction that my life was going in, questioning so many things. And I have something that I wanted to speak to, and that is my work and my business, and how I have recently closed my business that was working really well. That was something people wanted, people are asking for, people were devastated that I had closed it. And it wasn't an easy decision, but it is the most aligned decision for me, and I wanted to speak to why and share stuff with you that I have learned that may save you time, or maybe you're experiencing the same thing within like relationships and you're like, oh, I don't know if this is right for me, or your work as well, you're like, why am I doing this thing that I hate all day every day? Or you're just questioning like where you're living and what you're doing. I feel like it's a theme that a lot of us are going through, so I'm going to chat to you about it while I'm getting ready. I have just done my skincare. I use the Medicate Press and Glow, and then I use the PDRN serum. Don't know what any of this stuff does. I just follow my Skin Girls recommendations, and then I use the Complexion Rescue Bare Minerals. This is lovely if you just want like a light layer. So my life recently, as I said, a lot has been going on and I've made a lot of changes and they are really good and I'm feeling really good about them. But I wanted to speak to them because it also wasn't easy. So I have had a business where I have shared inner work. I started a brand called Highest Self in the form of a membership space that has been live for maybe 3 years now. We started off as doing weekly live meditations and then moved over into an app where I would share inner child work and nervous system tools and my meditations, the stuff that I absolutely love and that changed my life. This whole brand was rooted in the stuff that I learned that changed the trajectory of my life, healing my inner child, learning that my nervous system, there was such thing as fight or flight and dysregulation, and the power of meditating and journaling and being able to use my mind to create and manifest changed my life. So I started sharing about it on Instagram, and then naturally people were like, oh, well, what are you going to do with this? Are you going to create a way to teach people? And so I was like, okay, well, I should do something with it. And so I created the membership. And basically what the pattern for me with my career has been, I get so interested in something for my own life. So I started off interested in nutrition and exercise because it helped me heal from my heart failure. It changed my trajectory. It made me get off the list for a pacemaker. It was the best thing that I ever did. And so I learned it for myself. I did my qualifications and stuff. And then I ended up going into one-to-one coaching with nutrition and the lifestyle clinic. And I realized back then I loved the topic, but I didn't love one-to-one coaching. I found it quite heavy. I'm the kind of person I overgive, and it just wasn't right for me as a person, that form of work. And the same with the membership. I learned all these amazing tools and then I was like, okay, I'm going to coach them and teach them to other people. And the one thing I have noticed in my life, right, as a recurring theme and a major signal that I am out of alignment or I'm doing something based off of a belief on my program instead of what I actually want to do, my most authentic self, my higher self, is I will have a feeling of dread. So I loved the topic of nutrition and training and stuff, but I had a feeling of dread around running a clinic and doing one-to-one coaching all the time. I never really switched off. I loved inner work and our community, the best community, and I have so much love for everyone that has ever been with me in that community. But I used to get a feeling of dread and this constant heaviness, like I had to carry this membership and constantly in the background of my mind being like, okay, what am I doing for this? Like, it felt really heavy and really full of resistance, and it started to get that more and more and more. And I was like, why do I feel like this about something that I love and that's something that helped me buy my house and is paying my mortgage? And what I've realized is I was doing it from a place of I should be doing this. And I think we do this in so many parts of our life. We learn to live our life from our program and from what everyone else says we should be doing. And like I should be teaching this, or this is making money, so I should keep doing it. And we kind of put our happiness to the side. And we end up in a place in the end where we're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I've heard so many people from like my husband's industry and friends and people that I know coming to that place where they're like, what am I doing? Like, I don't even like this. And my decision, one thing I had said with our fertility and all the shit that had been going on and the really hard time that we had was that I was going to build a life that I love. And a life that I love comes from living in alignment with my most authentic self. So looking at my life and going, what am I doing? Because I feel like I should be doing it. And the business portal was one of those things. And funny, I have had an intuition to do a YouTube channel for years. As I said, I've always loved it. And I had started one. I have a few videos you'll see from last year. But I was showing up as like trying to be a coach and like teach all this stuff instead of just being myself. And I've realized that the underlying core belief that I have been carrying about myself that has been blocking me from doing things that I actually love is that who I am, just being me and sharing what I love and my interests and stuff is not enough. So I am not enough just by showing up and sharing stuff with you. I am not enough just by following my interests or sharing my life as it is. It's not enough. I'm not enough. And that belief has made me do stuff that I don't actually enjoy. So I'm not enough to just share this amazing thing that I learned this morning I'm so interested in. I have to coach and teach and come on and be like, okay, here's 5 tips for you. Here's all this information for you, because I need to give you stuff to be really valuable. And this has shaped so many things in my life that I've done that I don't enjoy, because I haven't believed that I am enough just as I am. Just being me and showing up and talking to you here is not enough. And realizing that has made the biggest difference in my life. Genuinely, I was only saying to Gav yesterday, I was like, Jesus, like 2 weeks in, our membership isn't, basically there was a load of things. The universe had definitely a part to play in it, because there was like a lot of technical stuff, and just the platform we were using made me step back and be like, okay, this is something that I have to listen to. Anyway, since I have listened to myself, like tuned into the things I love, and this is my 3rd YouTube video with you guys, where I'm just being me and I'm just sharing what I love and what I'm doing and what's happening in my life, because I just want to connect with you guys. I just want to share the stuff that's helping me, or like what I'm going through, and like the things I'm trying to help me move through it. I don't want to be a coach and be like, oh, I have it all figured out, because I fucking don't have it figured out. I don't think anyone has it figured out. But I just felt a pressure when I was sharing, when I was trying to be the coach, to have it all figured out. And I don't. I absolutely don't. I'm just doing my life with you guys. And I have a fascination with certain things, and I love trying them and seeing how they help me, and then I want to share them. That is what makes me happiest. This is my 3rd video, and I have never enjoyed something more. And it's funny, you will see if you go back on my videos from the ones last year that I did and the most recent ones, you will even see a difference in the views and the comments, and just people connecting more with what I'm sharing, instead of me trying to give and just share all of this information. I wasn't being fake. I was being myself, but I also thought that just being myself wasn't enough, so I had to keep giving more and more and more, if that makes sense. And it's just something I wanted to speak to, because we can have this in so many parts of our life. Even my husband has experienced it with his garage, and he was doing certain types of jobs and certain types of work because he was like, oh, I should be doing this. This makes consistent money. This is what they say makes a garage successful. And he hated it. He didn't enjoy it. And he was going in and he was exhausted and he was burned out. And he was like, do you know what? One thing we have really changed and looked at is our definition of success and what that means for us as a couple and our life. And my definition of success doesn't mean having the most money in the world. Absolutely not. My definition of success is having enough money that I don't need to worry, and that I can pay my mortgage and I can pay my bills, but having enjoyment in my daily life and having the freedom to do things that I love, to live in alignment with my values. And my values are things like to have space for my self-care, to have quality time with my partner and my friends, to do stuff to my home, whether it's saving up and buying a nice piece of furniture. They're my values. And I would rather be doing stuff that I love and that lights me up and have less money than do something that I feel I should do because it's successful, or because it's working, or because other people think it's great, because I'm not as happy in it. And I think that's a really good thing to do. Don't know why I'm doing this. But it's to question our definition of success. Like, what is success to me? What do I want my daily life to look like? What's important to me? And so we've both been doing it. Gav has completely aligned his own business and the way that he's been working, and is creating space for stuff that he loves. And he's so excited to go into work and like do the jobs that he has in. I can't tell you how much I enjoy creating these YouTube videos, and like I do the garage stuff and like get to have my business head in there, which I love and that actually really enjoy. And I didn't even do business in school. Like it wouldn't have been something that was on my radar at all. I was like, oh, I'm not the kind of person who could ever run a business, but like my brain is quite good at seeing things and how things can work. And I suppose my point of this conversation is just get to know yourself. Where do you feel dread? Where in your life do you feel like I'm doing this because I should be doing it? And I am not saying that we can just quit and like completely overhaul our whole life. Absolutely not. It is a process. It is something that we transition. It is like a step-by-step thing. Like for us, it's been really intentional, and there's spaces in time where even when Gav was changing his work approach and like trying to find his premises and stuff, where he was like, what am I going to do? I don't know if this is going to work, because it's new and it requires stepping through a lot of fear. So I'm not sharing this to be like, oh my God, just quit your job and like start your life and follow what you really want. No, I'm just saying to sit with yourself and pay attention to your life and be like, okay, what I want is important. Like how I feel within my life is important. I feel like we've been programmed and taught to just care about, oh my God, what did I do? To just talk about what, I'm struggling to multitask here, to just do what looks good instead of paying attention to like what feels good. What does your life feel like? What could you do that brings in more joy? Is it starting your own YouTube channel? Like, I'm not making any money from YouTube. This is just something that I'm doing that I love, and like I got sent some free beans and that made my day. Or like getting to edit these videos, or if you guys leave a comment, genuinely makes me so happy, and I'm so excited to keep doing it and to see where it's going. And I absolutely do plan on creating things where I can share stuff as like an equal, not as like a coach or an expert. Just when I discover things, if it's like meditations that I'm doing and I'm like, holy shit, these are good, or they're really helping me, sharing them with you. Or if it's like doing a session or whatever, like I still plan on doing all those things. I'm just not trying to be an expert anymore. I'm just being me, because my healing and my big pattern for my life is realizing that just being me is enough. And I see you behind this video sitting there with things that you love for your life that you're not sharing because you're like, oh, I couldn't share that, people will think that's stupid, or I have to fit into this box, or I can't share that kind of stuff on my Instagram. Whether it's like you love food or you love home design, your authentic self is your work for this life. It's discovering yourself and what you love and sharing it with the world, because when you bring that love and that frequency of the excitement and the way that you see things and do things, that is what people are drawn to. That is what people love. I was helping Gav yesterday with practicing for his first YouTube video, because his work and just the stuff they do in the garage is insane. And he was like, do I like, can I curse? Can I like say whatever? I was like, you have to be yourself. Like his personality when he is just with me or with people he's comfortable with is so magnetic, and he's so funny, and he just messes and has fun, and he's so passionate about cars. I'm like, you need to bring that to your videos and what you're sharing, because that's what people are drawn to. So my message for this 14-minute chat with you today is that who you are is enough. You don't need to be more. You don't need to keep doing more. You don't need to add to yourself. You don't need to be doing more with your life for the picture to be enough, or you don't need to make your life more interesting. The world needs you. And the best part of that is that it also brings joy to your life, because you get to just be who you are. And I'm still practicing. I'm trying to, even with these YouTube videos, instead of creating stuff and being like, okay, what could I do for this video? It's like, no, what am I doing with my life anyway that I can document, that I can just pick up the camera and take you with me and share, because that is my most authentic, like this is my most authentic stuff, telling you that I closed down my successful, I don't even like saying that word, but my business that was working really well, to follow and do stuff that who knows if it will work, but my happiness is already back. Like I can feel it in myself. I can feel excited about stuff. So I just wanted to speak to that in case you can relate to me. And if you can, please let me know, because I love hearing from you, and I love just chatting about this experience of life and like what's unfolding, because I think it's definitely, as I said, a theme. I've heard Gav saying he's talking to people in his work who are like, I've just realized that I'm working this job and I'm in 12-hour days and I never get to see my kids. And we sat down and we were looking at, right, how can I make enough money to cover our bills and to pay our mortgage and stuff, but have me be able to spend time with my kids, and just step by step reevaluating and being like, okay, this is something I could do that's different and that I would enjoy and just gives me more freedom, and just pivoting in really small ways. Our entire life, these especially the last 5 years where we have completely changed the direction. It's all been a series of pivots. It's been like, we know where we want to go, we're listening to ourselves, and we're just going to keep stepping. I know that was a bit of a long chat, and if you watched the whole thing, thank you. I never know with these videos. I'm definitely like understanding what works, and like what I, even when I'm watching YouTube, I'm like, okay, what did I love so much about that? Did I love like the sit down chats? Did I love whatever it is? And honestly, my favorite thing to watch in a YouTube video is like channels just coming on and chatting about their life and doing their makeup and having a coffee, or going for a drive and just having a chat about their life, or seeing people build their business or build their life. I love to see it because it makes me sit back and go, oh yeah, like is that something I could do with my life? Is that something that resonates with me? And it's inspiring and it's motivating, but also at the same time, I don't love watching videos where I'm feeling pressured, where like, I need to have a 1.5 hour morning routine and I have to do all this stuff. My message for that is just paying attention to how your life feels. How do you feel when you do stuff? Is it a feeling of like deep dread? Is it just like an exhaustion? Is it fun? Like, what parts of your life are fun? What do you love talking about? What do you love listening to? What do you love doing? Because they're the things that we need to bring in more of. Because also, even if you're just bringing those things in aside your work and stuff that you're doing, they will change your frequency, your energy, and you will start to be able to create more changes in your life. It changes how you feel. I've only done 2 YouTube videos and I'm already feeling so much more enjoyment and energetic, and I'm going about my life and I'm like, oh, I really want to share it with them, or I want to speak to this or whatever, because I would love to hear someone speak to this. So I'm doing it with you. I'm just figuring out my life and seeing what unfolds, but I just have one goal, and that is to create a life that is truly in alignment with myself and my values, and that feels good. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care about any of that stuff. I just want a life that feels good. And especially if you have a partner, I think it's good to sit down and chat about that stuff. We're both very much on the same page with that, and Gav is brilliant in that. Like, he loves deliberately creating stuff and tuning into himself, so I'm very lucky in that way. So that is my chat. I'm going to finish my coffee, I'm going to wash this tint off, and I will catch up with you in a bit. So the other day I woke up at like 4 a.m. I couldn't sleep, so I always get up and just sleep on the couch. I end up falling back asleep. Anyway, it is the time that I buy the most random shit off Amazon. I see people talking about it. And I got this, it's called a Japanese colour dictionary. So basically it shows you colours that really go well together. And I think it's meant to be for clothes, which I think would be really helpful, because I sometimes find it really hard to know what colours go together. But I thought for home stuff as well, if I have a room and I want to bring in like nice cushions that will match the paint on the walls. Listen, I don't know, like, we might never use it, but that was one of my random purchases. And these are curtains for the living room. I didn't want to like cover the windows because I love the shape, so I'm going to put the curtain pole nice high and wide. I can't talk. I'm going to put the curtain pole wide and high and just have like really simple linen curtains on either side. And then, as I said, I'm just waiting for my tapestry, and I got some coffee table books. We're trying to order stuff that's personal, so like any pictures or anything are stuff that we love. So Gav's naturally is cars, so he got this Porsche coffee table book, and I'm going to get, there's a raffle around one that I love. I actually stocked this with all of my candles. There's so many. I have these beeswax ones that I get from Dunn's. They're so nice. Pillar candles. And then in here, my mum, she's the best. Every time she goes to Florida, she gets us these mahogany teakwood in Bath and Body Works. They smell like the Abercrombie aftershave. And then this one, we got some of our furniture in Diamond Furniture, and this is their scent. It is so good. But I always keep stuff for like a special day. I'm like, when is that gonna be? And then I have some EJ's 2 cents. She hand makes these. She's in Malahide. So I have that one, and then toasted pumpkin spice for autumn. And then I also love to use the beeswax. What are these called? The skinny candles. Yeah. It's just nice. They're unscented, so you can kind of have them lit if you don't love a lot of fragrance. I have some pictures. So this is one of the pictures we took when we bought the house. Is one of our favorite places we go is Marco Island in Florida. This is on the beach there, which we love. And then I have a wedding photo. Don't have any other plans yet for this room. I'm doing one room at a time. I have to keep putting the curtains up because Ted rolls himself up. And one of these days, the whole curtain pole is going to come down. In my wardrobe, and I'd completely forgotten about it. I put it on one day when I was looking for a blazer to wear with jeans, and I was like, where did I get this from? I don't remember ever buying it, but it's the most gorgeous, like tailored fit. It's kind of a long blazer, and it looks so nice with jeans and stuff. And it's actually from Louis Copeland. This was my granddad's blazer that he used to wear on his cruise ships. They used to go, him and my granny used to love going on cruises, and he would wear this as like his dinner suit. And it's one of my like most favorite things that I own, and it's the most gorgeous like structure and tailor, and it reminds me of him every time I wear it. My granny and granddad were like the biggest part of my life, and I miss them so much. I'm not gonna cry. I did an Akashic Records reading with this brilliant girl last year, and in the reading, like, she would have known nothing about me, but in the reading my granny like kept coming through and saying stuff that nobody would know. Like, it was absolutely insane. And every time, I've had a couple of readings with her, but she always comes through, and it's just really special. She's like my guardian. I think my granddad's up there just like having the crack, going around having a smoke with everyone, I'd say, but they're just my little prized possessions that I love. So I don't know why I'm showing you that, but I'm just doing a little wardrobe tidy. That's on my wedding dress. I love just so much. I like this gorgeous floral pattern. To say thank you so much for watching this week's vlog. I love creating these. I love hearing from you. I love just getting a chance to connect. So I'm always so grateful when you tune in, and I'm going to leave it there for this week. I just made a Bolognese. We have no groceries, and the kitchen is like half renovation with no presses. So I'm just doing what we have in the freezer, but it's really, really good one for a lazy kind of dinner if you want to have stuff in the freezer. And I'm gonna sit on the couch and maybe look for a new show or just watch some YouTube vlogs. So thank you so much for watching, and I will chat to you in next week's video. What are you doing?